The DALO Urban Podcast.
I know that's right.
That's
I hear you.
Part of the racial thing, the same as you
Right.
most people around my age grew up in. But now that I've spent 40 years in a foreign country, post-Nazi Germany, and you would think that they're way more racial than we are.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
You said Germany. Now, how was the experience in Germany? Because all of what you just said, and you stayed in Germany for like
40 years.
Wow.
Yes.
And what was that like? I mean, because you hear all, like you said, the Nazis and the whole
American propaganda.
Really?
I have children right now, 5 boys in Germany. I have no desire for them to come to the States.
Really?
When I first came back in 2014, that's been 8 years ago, and I'm still trying to adjust to the racism. Now, when you're born here, you're not really, you're conscious of it, but you're not conscious to the degree because you've just been, when you go to school, your curriculum is what they teach you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have your own curriculum. All you know as a child, what your parents say, you go to church and you don't realize how dominated you are by the dominant people of this society. But once you go to another country, when you, like Germany, for instance, who had the Nazis, and they still have Nazi people there, but at the same time, the freedom and the equity that I was experienced in post-Nazi Germany is better than here in the United States.
Wow, really?
Yes, absolutely, unequivocally.
Wow.
When I was stopped by the police in Germany, I never feared for my life, ever. I knew that I was going to survive the encounter. I don't have to worry about my kids getting beat up by the police or surviving the encounter.
Right.
My kids who went to German schools, and there's a thing, there's still the superiority thing where Caucasians believe what they believe.
Right.
But at the same time, they could not deny when my kids done the work that they was able to do it better or just as good as the Germans.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
And they honored that. I right now work at UPS here in the United States. When I was over there in Germany, when I first went to UPS, I had to practice a week just to say I would like to apply for this job as a driver. I had to practice a week to say that in German. My German was so bad, they hired me on the spot, sent me to orientation. They weren't sure if I was going to make the orientation, but then I made it, and then I went on to be one of their best drivers.
Wow.
Here in the United States, after driving for Germany in 5 years, directly employed by UPS, I came to the same company because of the pleasant experience that I had in Germany.
Right.
Night and day, racism is there. Right? You know that here in Flint, the UPS out there, it's right by Flint Township. There are 68% black people. That's not reflected on the inside. The next closest city is Flint itself that has 73% black people.
Wow.
So you would expect to see on the inside of there at least 60 to 70, maybe 75% of the drivers black. Nope.
Totally different.
Out of 130, 40 jobs. Now, since I slammed my fist down on the table and went in there and gave them a piece of my mind, they've started trickling in blacks. But right now, as we speak, we only have about maybe out of 136 black drivers.
Wow.
The DALO Urban Podcast.